Filing bankruptcy can protect you from your creditors. However, if you have student loans, you'll have to pay up on those bills. It is a little detail that many college graduates say they didn't know about. News Channel 6's Courtney Elledge is here with more on that story. Courtney.
It's still a pretty active crime scene here on Cary Street, hours after one man lost his life. This crime scene spans 3 blocks. Take a look at the police cars in the distance. That's where investigators say the whole incident began. As we move closer, just beyond the crime scene tape where this bush stands, that's where investigators found a car. Inside that car, the body of 28-year-old James Smiley. The City Council did not entertain any questions from those here in the chamber after the meeting, but said that they would answer questions at another time. One of the plaintiffs on the settlement said she felt vindicated. It's right here at this elementary school where Hillary Clinton laid out portions of a new initiative, one that will help her create new jobs, fight racial discrimination, and also continue the work that she started back in 1973 on the Children's Defense Fund, which basically keeps juveniles and adults from sharing the same prison. Hello. You know, Brad, Hillary Clinton talked about what she plans to do in the future, but she also talked about her experience. We know her as former Secretary of State, former Senator, and former First Lady. She says that she has more experience walking into the White House than many of the other candidates, but she also talked about what she plans to do. As you mentioned, she says that President Obama has made progress. Well, Secretary Clinton leaving here about an hour ago, headed to another event where Bernie Sanders is also expected to attend. Reporting live in Denmark, South Carolina, KimberelyScott, WJBF News Channel 6.
Back now to the breaking news we told you about at the top of the show.
And the situation in the downtown area at the train trestle. We go now to Brett Buffington, who is live with new information. Brett.
All right, obviously we were having some technical difficulties getting Brett with that live shot, but we can tell you that Richmond County deputies were attempting to arrest a man.
The guy right here, and according to our producer, and we have that confirmed, that family members say that he was wanted in an assault. That's why they were initially chasing him. We did see earlier, if you saw our shot with Brett, that there were armed officers on the bridge. They had their tactical gear on. They're walking around with rifles. They had their bulletproof vest on. They had the fire department there, of course, and he also said the city administrator, Fred Russell, was there. He was going to talk to him and try to get some information as to why all of this happened and what was going on. And we could also see that there were crowds of people gathering, so I'm sure that they pushed him back for safety reasons, of course. And then Brett also talked about officers in boats on the water there in case the guy tried to jump off. So a lot of things happening in that situation, a lot of events going on, and a lot to keep up with. So we apologize for the technical difficulties, but as we said, this is a fluid situation. Information is coming in left and right, but we'll keep you updated, of course, in our later shows at 5 o'clock and then at 5:30 and at 6 o'clock. So be sure to tune in for that. And also, you can get an update on our website at WJBF.com.
Well, Clinton encouraged voters not to look down on the accomplishments made by President Obama, but to make sure they looked at the many accomplishments and said that communities flourished because of the work that he has done. She also says that there's a lot of work to be done, and she plans to do just that. Reporting live from Denmark, I'm KimberelyScott, WJBF News Channel 6.
So glad to have you with us tonight. Brad and Jenny have the night off. Thanks for making us your choice for news at 11. We begin with a story making national headlines. Amy Copeland is fighting for her life at Doctors Hospital. She is the 24-year-old Gwinnett County woman. Officials at the Waynesboro Police Department say just because school is out, well, it doesn't mean kids can overlook the city's curfew. Chief Alfonso Williams. A developing situation out of Saluda County tonight. The sheriff is off the job and he may be in trouble with the law. Sheriff Jason Booth has resigned.
Channel 6 at 6.
One man's call for everybody to pay their fair share when it comes to watering Augusta's golf courses. I'm Brad Means.
And I'm KimberelyScott in for Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for staying with us. We continue tonight with an issue that spouted last year. City golf courses are using millions of gallons of treated water, but only paying a flat monthly rate.
News Channel 6's Georgia.
You know, Denmark, South Carolina is serving as the backdrop for Hillary Clinton's rally, or town hall meeting, as she called it. She laid out her plan for more jobs, like clean water, and things that she'll do once she's elected as president. She also talked about police brutality, something that's been making headlines across the nation, and she wants to have more education, not only for the police, but for the people in the towns that they protect.
Georgia Congressman John Barrow joins us today on WJBF News Channel 6 at noon, and welcome.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Thank you for being here with us. Don't you think that supporting those kind of projects would help open the door to more jobs?
I think we ought to open other markets up to our trade, but we ought to do it on terms that are fair.
5 TSA workers have been recommended for termination. 38 others could face suspension at Southwest Florida International Airport in Fort Myers. That yellow thing that's sticking out of the clouds, what is it?
It's called sun.
We haven't seen that in a while.
It's true, it's back.
All right, thanks a lot, George. Up next, Good Morning America host Robin Roberts beat 104.3, but it really doesn't look a day over 65. In 1947, radio station WBBQ went on the air in Augusta, and over the course of 8 decades, it has created a lasting legacy with listeners. News Channel 6's George Escala has more in tonight's News Channel 6 Extra. Georgia may be the peach state, but Johnston, South Carolina is one of the biggest peach producers in the country, and those peaches have a major impact on our local economy. News Channel 6's Archit Seshadri has more.
Apparently corn is a key ingredient as well.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What do you put in vodka?
I don't know. We officially don't know.
We don't know. Olives, orange, they're saying orange juice.
We're getting all sorts of mixers in our
Try that
ear.
recipe.
Yeah,
all right.
thank y'all.
Count on 6 for more coverage straight ahead.
In high definition, the station you count on. This is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Well, top of the evening to you. We begin with new jobs. They're coming to Wilkes County. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kimberly Scott. Both Brad and Jenny have the night off. Thanks for making us your choice for news at 11. We begin tonight with Atlanta-based fiberglass company AFG. They say that they're expanding their operation in Wilkes County, partnering with an overseas company which puts them on track to becoming the leading manufacturer in fiberglass needle mat in the country. News Channel 6's Brett Buffington has tonight's big story.
It's only Friday the 13th. Why
John's
not
head.
open an umbrella inside?
You hold on to that one,
All right.
John.
Love
There you
that.
go. So if you're looking for
Actually,
George
Kim would
said
like it better if it was like this. There we go.
Just cover him up.
Everybody is gearing up, getting ready to head back to school, and that includes the Aiken Regional Medical Centers. Now, this Saturday, a back-to-school carnival is scheduled at the USC Aiken Convocation Center. Here to tell us all about it, it's a family fun event. It's Dr. Maurice Wallace with the Spine Center. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, tell me a little bit about this event that's happening. It's a back-to-school rally. What can people expect when they come?
Well, this year we're trying to make it a little different from all.
The event honors nurses from healthcare organizations across the CSRA, and it awards the Nurse of the Year and the Spirit of Nursing Awards. Congratulations to all, and to the 2012 Nurse of the Year, Angeline Missy Pratt from Georgia Health Sciences University. The event took place at First Baptist Church of Augusta on Walton Way Extension.
My name is Sheila Hill, and his name is Kamarion Anthony Kemp.
He's been alive for less than 2 years and has been in a battle for most of his life. We met Kamarion in ICU at Georgia Health Sciences University a few days after bypass heart surgery. They went in to close a hole in his heart.
They did like ASD repair. He had a very large hole in his heart that has been causing him a lot of problems since his birth.
Sheila Hill is his grandmother.
He can sit some, but he, maybe about 45 minutes in he dumps forward or backwards because his body is very weak because of his lungs and the heart.
Among other health issues, Kamarion was born with congenital heart disease. It can present itself as a hole in the heart, create small blood vessels, or it can obstruct the blood flow, creating an abnormal heartbeat.
Kamarion, unfortunately, the baby was born with multiple holes inside his heart. That kind of affected his heart performance and his lungs. So his lung was a little bit underdeveloped. He required to have a tracheostomy.
Dr. Mohsen Karimi is the pediatric heart surgeon at Georgia Health Sciences University. He's one of 4 surgeons in Georgia, the only one in Augusta. In addition to a vast medical team, this little one has a physical therapist and a speech therapist.
But he cannot walk or stand. You have to hold him because his body is floppy. But he's learning. He's come from a long way because he couldn't do that. He couldn't even hold his head up. He's learning how to do a lot of things with the physical therapist. If it was not for them, I don't know where he would be because I don't know what to do.
Kamarion's surgery went well, according to his grandmother, but this beautician isn't doing many hairstyles. She is the primary caregiver for her grandson. She's had him since he was 2 months old.
Many, many prayers because they thought he was not going to make it. they say he won't make it. I said he will, and he made it.
Now at 23 months old, Kimberely needs a nurse or an LPN to be with him 24/7. Once he's out of the hospital, he'll have to stay connected to a tracheotomy, a feeding tube, and oxygen tanks. But through it all, the heart of a grandmother still hopes for the best.
And more than anything, I just want him to say, Mama, Dad, there's something. Just to hear him make some sounds would be a blessing to me. It's the one thing that I long to see, and to see him just crawl or to walk, or to be as normal as other babies.
In the meantime, this little one will continue to inspire those around him, especially his biggest cheerleader. Kimberely Scott, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Listen, Jenna set the bar really high, but I have faith in you, though. You're doing the salsa next week. You're going to do great.
Fingers crossed. I've always wanted to learn how to do that, but I'm looking forward to it.
All right, do well. I know you will.